What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Sunday, August 20th, 2023. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get into the home run prop action for Sunday. And we had a great day with the home run props yesterday. Managed to hit another 4 home run prop winners. Sorry the show getting a little bit out a little bit later today. I'm a little bit behind schedule. And the morning show did run a little bit long for me. And just doing the research this morning of a lot of late pitching announcements, pitching changes, some bullpen games being thrown out there. So we're going to do with what we can. This game is going to be cutting it close a little bit to that first game between Seattle and Houston at 1 Eastern. If you miss out on it, there's still plenty of time, plenty of games from 1:30 all the way down to the prime time action in Williamsport. So I love that game. So there'll be plenty of plays for you there as well. But before we get into it, just want to remind everybody these home run props are very high risk, high reward. They are not plays that I recommend anybody dump their whole bankroll into. They're just plays that are there to have some fun with on the side for some pizza money or some coffee money. Nothing to go too crazy over. I do give out a lot of home run props on this show, so you don't have to play every single one that I give out. But anything you do take from here, I do recommend just playing straight up as a single bet. I know that a lot of people like to parlay these home run props, though. So if you're going to do a home run prop parlay and it's 3 legs or more, I recommend looking into a round robin. More often than not, your book will offer it. If not, it's basically just taking your parlay and breaking it down into the different combinations that you like, whether it's combinations by 2, by 3, by 4 if you have a bigger parlay, whatever you have. But basically, yes, it's going to drive up the cost of the bet, but it's also going to be more parlay combinations, meaning if something goes wrong and you have one leg that doesn't come in, you still will likely get paid something. So definitely worth looking into if you like betting home run prop parlays and big ones or parlays in general. But let's take a look at the home run props that we did hit yesterday. Like I said, we managed to hit 4. The one I gave out on the morning show came through. Rafael Devers at plus 320 as he didn't hit one off of Garrett Cole, but he still managed to get one in that game. Also had Alex Bregman come through at plus 500. Eddie Rosario coming through at plus 650, a nice plus money payer against the Giants in that one. And Luis Robert cashing in Colorado at plus 255. Now, before we get into the home run prop action for Sunday, just want to let everyone know I love interacting with you guys. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you like the angle I took on some of these games? Do you not like the angle? Do you have player props of your own? Again, let me know in the comments down below, because sometimes I've taken the player props that you guys have put out there and played them myself because they've been absolute fire. But I ask that if you guys are going to do that, please drop them in there before the games start. If they're not in there before the games start, they don't help anybody. And we're trying to beat the books as a team here at Pickdawgz. One team, one goal, and that goal every single day, whether it's spreads, money lines, totals, player props, you name it. The goal remains the same, and that is to get us paid. And without further ado, let's get into the home run prop action. I want to try to get this out as quickly as possible, so we might have to go a little bit rapid fire here. Stick with me. So here we go. We're going to go with, for the first game from the Astros Mariners, I'm going to go with Yainer Diaz at plus 375, my lone Astro here. Emerson Hancock wasn't great in his last start, but Diaz, the only Astro that's consistently crushing righties as of late. He's hitting 421 with 3 homers versus right-handed pitching in the last 10 days. So I'm going to take Yainer Diaz for the Astros at plus 375. On the other side, for the Seattle Mariners, I'm going to go with Julio Rodriguez at plus 480. Hunter Brown, he's been a decent arm as a rookie for the Houston Astros, but he's had issues lately. He's given up 8 home runs since the All-Star break. He's allowed 1 or more home runs in each of those 5 starts, 2 home runs in 3 of those 5 starts. J-Rod hitting 472 with 3 homers, 8 extra base hits in the last 10 days versus righties. So I'm going to take Julio Rodriguez at plus 480. Also going to take Ty France at plus 600. He's got a 231 average with 2 home runs against righties in the last 10 days. So I'm going to take Ty France at plus 600. And I'm also going to take Teoscar Hernandez at plus 500. He's back to crushing right-handed pitching as of late. He's hitting 462 with a home run, 5 extra base hits in the last 10 days against righties. So I'm going to take Teoscar Hernandez at plus 500. Now, I think this is another spot where you just take a catalog spot for the Atlanta Braves going against Jacob Junis. I don't know how to... We're going to figure this out. But it looks to be a bullpen game for the San Francisco Giants. Eddie Rosario, Austin Riley, they both have 3 homers in the last 10 days against righties. Rosario hitting 452 and cashing for us yesterday. Marcelo Zuna hitting 433 with a home run. And Ronald Acuna Jr., Matt Olson always in play as well. Just my thoughts on that game. But moving on to the Yankees and Red Sox game, I'm going to go with Justin Turner at plus 510. He's got a career home run against Yankee starter Clark Schmidt, who has a lot of home run in 5 of his last 6 starts. And Turner in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching, hitting .333 with a home run. So I'm going to go with Justin Turner at plus 510. I'm also going to look at Pablo Reyes at plus 600. He's got a .350 average with a homer and 4 extra base hits in the last 10 days against righties. So I'll take Pablo Reyes at plus 600. And I'm also going to take Rafael Devers at plus 295 to go for a homer again. He's got a .533 average with a home run against right-handed pitching in the last 10 days. So I'll take Rafael Devers at plus 295. Now, I also have a lean towards Alex Verdugo for Boston in that game. And I do lean towards Aaron Judge as well. But again, with how inconsistent and poor this Yankees offense has been, it's hard to even feel good about backing Aaron Judge. So just my thoughts on that. But again, leans towards Verdugo and Judge there. Now, let me know your guys' thoughts in this Reds and Blue Jays matchup. I always feel like there should be plays for home runs for a game at Great American Ballpark with how hitter-friendly it is. But the Reds, they haven't hit a home run against lefties from anyone. They haven't had a home run against lefties from anyone in the last 10 days. And they're up against Hyun-Jin Ryu here. Maybe it means someone's due, but I don't subscribe to anyone simply being due. I want something to back it up. On the other side, who knows what we're going to see from Hunter Green for the Reds in his return from a lengthy stay on the injured list. The Jays haven't been hitting a ton of dingers against righties lately anyways. So let me know if you guys have any thoughts on that game. But moving on to this game between the Pirates and the Twins. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, I'm going to go with Ke'Bryan Hayes here at plus 600. Ke'Bryan Hayes, he's hitting .455 in the last 10 days against lefties with a pair of extra base hits, including a home run. This is purely a fade of Minnesota's Dallas Keuchel. Flat out stinks. He showed his true colors in his last start. He gave up 6 runs in an inning and 2/3 of work. So I think Ke'Bryan Hayes could go yard here. I'm going to take Ke'Bryan Hayes at plus 600. Also going to go with Liover Peguero at plus 850. He's got a .429 average with a homer in the last 10 days against lefties. So Liover Peguero at plus 850. And I'm also taking Brian Reynolds at plus 540. He's got a .267 average with an extra base hit against lefties in the last 10 days. He's just the hottest home run hitter the Pirates really have right now. So I'm going to go with Brian Reynolds at plus 540. Now I also lean towards Carlos Correa and Max Kepler for the Twins, but it looks to be a bullpen game for the Pirates with lefty Ryan Borucki starting here. Maybe Joey Gallo worth a play or a live bet if we end up seeing a righty like Osvaldo Bido. We've seen lots of teams put in the opener, and then you have a long relief arm. Normally a starting pitcher that just gets put in long relief, guys like Osvaldo Bido. He was originally supposed to get the start here, so maybe he's going to be the long relief arm. Maybe he eats up extended innings, but this is the kind of game. This is the example of why I don't love putting out home run props for bullpen games, just because of the volatility of who could eat up the bulk of the innings. So just my thoughts on that one. But going to this game between the Mets and the Cardinals, 2 teams I normally don't bet for a ton of home run props as of late, but I'm going to go heavy in this game. I'm going to start with DJ Stewart at plus 475. He's got 3 home runs with a .276 average in the last 10 days against righties. Dakota Hudson starting for the Cardinals today. He has a lot of home run in 3 straight starts since returning to the Cardinals rotation. 4 home runs total in that stretch. So I'm going to go with DJ Stewart at plus 475. Also going to go with Daniel Vogelbach at plus 525. He's got 3 homers against righties in the last 10 days with a .286 batting average. So Daniel Vogelbach at plus 525. Also looking at Pete Alonso at plus 370. This one's just a gut feeling for me today, as Alonso, has potential to take one deep. He's only got a .160 batting average in the last 10 days against righties with a home run. But again, Alonso always is a home run threat for the New York Mets. So I'm going to go Pete Alonso at plus 370. I'm also going to go with Brandon Nimmo at plus 650. He's hitting .500 with a homer and 3 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So I'll take Brandon Nimmo at plus 650. Now for the St. Louis Cardinals on the other side, I'm going to go with Nolan Arenado at plus 335. He's hitting .391 with a homer in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. Now Carlos Carrasco starting for the Mets here. He's allowed 3 home runs in his last 3 starts. And in his earlier start against the Cardinals back on June 18th, he allowed 2 home runs, including a home run to Nolan Arenado. So I'm going to take Nolan Arenado here at plus 335. I'm also going to go with Tommy Edman at plus 650. He's got a .300 average with 2 homers, 3 extra base hits against right-handed pitching in the last 10 days. So I'm going to go with Tommy Edman at plus 650. Before we get into our last couple home run prop games of the day, I want to remind everybody, obviously the purpose of this home run prop show is to put some money in your pocket by ways of home run props winners, but it's also to highlight the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. The graphics are where we get these the betting tools are where we get these graphics from, And what you see on the screen is what I see when I look at the betting tools. There's no special tools for me. They're there for everybody to use. The nice thing is that you can see right from these graphics, they show you the player prop, they show you how often it hits, and it shows you which sportsbook is giving you the best possible price. You can adjust the time frame, whether it's 5 games, the last 10 games, even all games this season. But the nice thing is that with that showing you the best price, if you don't have an account with the book that's giving you the best price, you click on that price, you sign up. As a new customer, you'll get a sportsbook bonus offer on us. You'll also get to play that price with that best possible price with that bonus, but you'll also be adding to your advantage over the books that they can't take from you, which is your ability to shop lines and find the best possible number. There's also other betting tools. If you like betting streaks, there's hot and cold streaks. If you're a parlay bettor, there are multiple parlay builders there for you, depending on how you like your parlays or what sports you like to bet on. It'll build you a parlay just based on the best odds that are available. There's profitable teams, profitable angles, profitable underdogs. The list goes on and on. We all have different betting styles in terms of what we like to bet, but the one thing that unites us all is the fact that we like to make money, and these betting tools will do that for you. So make sure you check out Pickdawgz Sports Chat Plays and use those betting tools. But let's get into our last couple home run prop games for the day. We're going to look first at this matchup between the Royals and the Cubs, and we're going to go with Cody Bellinger to start at plus 400. Bellinger back to crushing right-handed pitching. He's hitting .421 with 3 home runs, 5 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. Going up against Jordan Lyles, who's allowed one of the highest home run totals by any starting pitcher in baseball this year with 28. He's allowed 4 home runs in his last start, 6 in his last 3 starts, and 9 home runs allowed in giving up 1 or more homers in 5 of his last 7. So I'm going to go with Cody Bellinger for a homer at plus 400. I could also make a case here for Christopher Morel, Seiya Suzuki, Ian Happ, Nico Horner. All leans for me there, but Bellinger was the one that stood out the most. For the Kansas City Royals now, going to go with Bobby Witt Jr. at plus 600. He's hitting .433 with 4 homers, 6 extra base hits in the last 10 days against righties. Now Kyle Hendricks hasn't allowed a whole lot, but Witt Jr. in decent enough form to tag one here and at a great price as well. I'm going to take Bobby Witt Jr. at plus 600. Also going to take Nelson Velasquez at plus 600 as well. He's hitting .389 with 3 homers against righties in the last 10 days. So I'm going to take Nelson Velasquez at plus 600. Now for the Chicago White Sox, lone play from this White Sox and Rockies game, Luis Robert plus 215, not the greatest price out there, but he's the only White Sox bat I trust for power right now. He's going against Chris Flexen, who's absolutely stunk it up this season for the Colorado Rockies. He's allowed 7 home runs in 4 starts since the All-Star break, including 2 home runs in 3 of the 4 starts. I'm going to go with Luis Robert at plus 215. And I said earlier that I would be going heavy in this Sunday night matchup between the Phillies and the Nationals, and for good reason. I'm going to give out quite a few plays here for the Phillies. Again, you don't have to play every single one. Normally I say I'll go with the catalog spot, but these are all plays I want to be official plays because these guys all have a legitimate chance of going yard in this game. Would not be surprised if you saw 4, 5, maybe even 6 home runs in this game, maybe just from the Phillies alone. But anyways, let's get into it. Let's look at Kyle Schwarber first at plus 200. Not the greatest price, but it's a price I'm willing to take with Kyle Schwarber. The game's in Williamsport, like I said, for the Little League World Series special. Trevor Williams might look like a little leaguer here. He's been owned by the Phillies in his career, especially Kyle Schwarber, who has 12 career hits versus Williams. 6 of those hits have gone for home runs. I'm going to take Kyle Schwarber at plus 200. I'm also going to look at Nick Castellanos at plus 350. He's a career 387 average versus Trevor Williams, 2 home runs and 261 average against righties with 3 extra base hits and a home run in the last 10 days against righties as well. So, Nick Castellanos at plus 350. I made a mess of that. Let me try that again. A 387 average against Williams in his career with 2 home runs off of Trevor Williams. In the last 10 days against righties, a 261 average with 3 extra base hits and a home run there. That sounded a lot better. I said that and I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound very good. So hopefully that straightened that out. Now, Trey Turner here at plus 420 is the next play. He's a career 6 for 22 against Trevor Williams with 3 home runs and a 409. He's also got a 409 average with 3 home runs against righties in the last 10 days. So I'm going to take Trey Turner at plus 420. I'm also going to take JT Realmuto here at plus 350. In his career, he's 5 for 14 against Trevor Williams with 3 home runs. And in the last 10 days against righties, 3 extra base hits with a 333 average. So I'm going to take JT Realmuto at plus 350. I'm also going to take Jake Cave for the Phillies at plus 450. He's got a 450 average with 2 homers, 4 extra base hits against righties in the last 10 days. So I'll take Jake Cave at plus 450. Also going to look at Bryce Harper at plus 295. He's got a 385 average with 2 homers, 4 extra base hits in the last 10 days against righties of his own. So give me Bryce Harper at plus 295. I'm not going to go all Phillies here. I'll look at a couple of Nationals. First one's going to be Keibert Ruiz at plus 575. He's hitting 450 with 3 home runs in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. He gets a start here against Zach Wheeler, who has allowed 14 runs in his last 3 starts against Washington this season. 4 home runs allowed as well, including one of those home runs to Keibert Ruiz. So I'll take Keibert Ruiz at plus 575. And I'm also going to take Lane Thomas to round things out at plus 540. He had a bomb off of Wheeler earlier this season, also hitting 350 in the last 10 days against righties. So give me Lane Thomas at plus 540 to round things out. But let's do a recap of the plays that we did give out for Sunday's action. We tried to go rapid fire through the whole card. I'm going to start with Yainer Diaz at plus 375. Julio Rodriguez at plus 480. Ty France at plus 600. Teoscar Hernandez at plus 500. Again, I think it's a catalog spot for the Braves. Guys like Rosario, Riley, Ozuna, Acuna Jr., Olsen, all in play in that game. For the Boston Red Sox, Justin Turner at plus 510. Pablo Reyes at plus 600. Rafael Devers at plus 295. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, Ke'Bryan Hayes at plus 600. For the Pirates as well, Liover Peguero at plus 850. And Brian Reynolds at plus 540. For the New York Mets, DJ Stewart at plus 475. Daniel Vogelbach at plus 525. Pete Alonso at plus 370. And Brandon Nimmo at plus 650. For the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado at plus 335. Tommy Edman at plus 650. For the Chicago Cubs, Cody Bellinger at plus 400. Bobby Witt Jr. at plus 600. Nelson Velasquez at plus 600 as well for the Royals. For the Chicago White Sox, Luis Robert at plus 215. And here we go for the Phillies, the stack. We're going to go with Kyle Schwarber at plus 200. Nick Castellanos at plus 350. Trey Turner at plus 420. JT Realmuto at plus 350. Jake Cave at plus 450. Bryce Harper at plus 295. And for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz at plus 575. And Lane Thomas at plus 540 to round things out. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Appreciate each and every one of you. Up around 138,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. Couldn't have done that without your guys' love and support, so thank you so much for that. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton and lets me know that you guys like this home run prop content, so we'll keep producing it for you. If you haven't already, make sure you have notifications turned on. Today's a perfect example of why you want them on. You know, again, I try to get these videos out as early as possible, but sometimes I want to make sure that I have the most up-to-date and correct information to give you to make sure that we get it's the most effective info out there. And it doesn't leave always a lot of time between when the video is released and first pitch. So when you have when you have notifications on, you get notified as soon as this video is dropped, and you get to watch the content, get the picks in, and then you get to make sure that you have those bets in for the day's action. Again, if you missed the 105 Eastern game, don't worry. From 1:35 on, there's still plenty of time for you to get the rest of the content for the afternoon. You guys heard I love that Sunday night baseball game, so still plenty of action out there. If you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. And while you're at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place, check out these betting tools. I promise you won't regret it. They are 100% free. They are there for you to use. You're not going to find betting tools like this out there. And if you find anything remotely close, you're not going to be getting them for 100% free like we're giving them here, giving them to you here at Pickdawgz. You know, they are a great asset to have when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Like I said, you'll make a ton of money with them hand over fist. You just got to go over there and check them out. But again, thank you guys for watching. Let's crush the books on Sunday and finish the week strong.